YouTube. This is Dr. Wanda. We're continuing our conversation about financial literacy. So, today, what I want to focus on is keeping your finances private. No one needs to know about how much money you have, how much money you earn, what you have in your bank account, what you have in your savings, your checking account, what 401ks you've put aside, what the amount of money you expect back from taxes, the amount for your stimulus. You don't need to discuss that with anyone. You need to make a decision in your head which portions you are saving, which portions you're spending, and which portions that you're willing to share. And keep that like that. There's nothing anyone here can do for you except listen and begin to privately make plans to borrow, to beg, to disturb your home. So it is just a point of tact. It comes off as less rude. It will ignite less attention, invite less disturbance if you keep your finances private, which in truth is your finances are nobody's business but your own. You don't need to give the details of how much money you have. What you do need to expect is that when you deal with your own finances, the a lot of what you share is a language that in this country no one speaks. So, for example, if you say, "Oh my God, I've gone into overdraft," they don't know what you're talking about. When you begin to talk about overdraft and the financial penalties that come from the U.S. if you overdraft and money that you need to switch from, say, one fund to another, it just makes it seem like you're a mover and shaker. They don't understand that you're trying your hardest not to get hit with a $38 fee that's going to be compounded every day until you get that account settled. Okay, when you're talking about your bills at home, we can have a light bill $200-300, especially in the summertime when we're running air condition. They don't relate to a lot of the numbers that you're given. So if you say, for example, I have $1,000 once you convert it into Ghanaian CDs seems like a lot of money, and for them that's enough to at least get a plot, perhaps even an acre of land. Okay, you can get something. You could begin to build a little something, start a little business, something. I think for a good used car is about $2,000 US. So all you're going to do is open up the floodgates for people to begin to make suggestions about what you should and could do with your money, where they may have gone out with you and felt the need to treat you to an ice cream, a Sobolo, cover the expense of a trotro, of a cab. You're going to make it where they look to you all the time to solve those issues because you're mentioning numbers that are unimaginable to them. So it is vitally important that you don't sit around discussing your finances, your salary, your income tax. For example, they don't even have an income tax system here. So we know that we wait all year to get our taxes back. Okay, but you also know that that's not free money. This is money that was taken from you all year. Okay, that you paid into a system. They don't have such a system. So all they know is you're getting this lump sum and that number is huge. Okay, that's not what it is for us. Oftentimes, the income tax is a way for us to get ourselves out of debt. We pay up bills that are lingering, and it's a way for us to launch ourselves, perhaps with a new car, pay up tuition, get things straight with student loans. That income tax is often a lifeline for us. It's a savior for us. Rarely is it anything different. So what I find is if you lead with privacy and tact, that you actually end up getting way more peace as it applies to finance. Why are you talking to your finances? Why are you talking about money in details with someone that cannot do anything for you? 9 times out of 10, any financial crisis that you get into in this country, no one can help you. There is a credit union here. It's called Black Star Credit Line, and it is in a whole bunch of trouble. Where there was this was like maybe a few weeks ago, where they The people were lined outside of it trying to get their money, trying to get answers and phone calls because it looks like something's happening where they're collapsing. And so even something that was put together by repatriates, where they're trying to get access to money that they've stored up, is actually not as stable as you think it would be. Okay, who are those people going to go to if they can't get their money out of Black Star Credit Union? Is no one here that they can go to solve that for them. So you discuss business with business people. You discuss cooking with cooks. You discuss sewing with a seamstress. The same treatment should be added to your finances. Your finances are your finances only, and you keep that private. You don't need to give anybody the details of what's happening with your income. You don't need to give anybody the details of any bonuses, any 401ks. The stimuluses were different because the government announced online, they announced through media, social media, what they were giving each individual and their dependent. That's kind of out of your hands. But even with that, when the stimulus shows up, you don't have to walk into a room. Hey everyone, hey, hi, good afternoon. I've gotten my stimulus. I have my stimulus. Shut up. You got your stimulus, already make up in your mind who you're helping, how you're saving, what you're keeping. If you're using the whole stimulus to invest in chickens, land, cows, a tobacco plantation, banana plantation, cassava, pineapple plantation, great, go do those good things. But you don't need to discuss the intricate details of your income with anyone. And if you should do that, it will only open up the floodgates for people to put pressure on you or put pressure on your significant. Me and my husband have an account that we open together, but I have an account that's separate. And I've always had an account with my significant and then one that's separate. That way, if something goes wrong, and he feels like he wants to move money that he wants to help somebody with, that account is free. But for my account, that I have so much that I'm responsible for back home because my mother's in that house. I still pay the lights, the gas, the water bill there to keep her comfortable. Okay, I can't afford to hear that somebody had a baby naming ceremony or a funeral came up or a relative came with a crisis and you move money. Some of this stuff, like our life insurance policies, are an automatic debit. This account has to have a certain amount in it every month, and I do everything to the best of my ability to ensure that it's in there. And that's my responsibility. That's my business. So I don't put that burden on him. Your money. Financial literacy is about being smart with money. And part of being smart with money is not boasting, bragging, sitting in a circle, telling people the details of how much money you earn, how much money you have, how much money you've saved, what kind of investments you have in terms of numerical figures. Okay? That's one of the best tips I can give you. Your finance is your business. Keep it private, keep it personal, and it's going to ward off a lot of burden. Okay, signing off.